Hey there, everyone. How's it going? It's Sunday, September 4th, Labor Day weekend. I'm coming to you from a parking lot. I'm on a trip across country, but I wanted to do a video and talk about soccer because it's that time of day. So, we're going to talk about the English Premier League algorithm, and we're going to talk about more extensively the MLS, which is Major League Soccer algorithm, the United States Soccer League. We're going to talk about how to update that algorithm because I'm going to start selling that algorithm because I noticed that they've played many, many more games in this season. They've played 30, 29 games, 28 games. I'm not sure how long the season runs, but there are more mature statistics in the MLS soccer algorithm. So I'm really interested to go over that because it had some better results earlier. But let's quickly go over English Premier League because this is where it started a few weeks ago. Not a good week and a terrible Sunday. As we get both games incorrect, we thought that Leicester City, if I'm pronouncing it right, was going to beat Brighton Hove Albion. They did not. They lost 5-2. They put up two, but they let in five. Arsenal couldn't do it against Manchester United. Algorithm's been underestimating Manchester United all year, but it is early in the season because, as you can see in the team stats, they only have 450 minutes played per team. That is 5 games at this point when we started this. So I'm waiting for this to mature and we'll start messing around with percentages and we'll get that eventually. Let's talk about MLS. So with MLS, let's look at yesterday, for example. Yesterday on the 3rd, this thing goes 2-1, and it thought that Columbus would beat Chicago, and nobody scored here, and this was a draw. But it had Philadelphia as an underdog over the Red Bulls, and they win 2-0. And then it had Cincinnati over Charlotte at a reasonable line. They went 2-0. In this game, it had Austin over Nashville, but Nashville crushed them. So this one was wrong, but the other two were right, including an underdog. So I liked a little bit of what was going on here. Let's talk about today. All right. So this is what we have today. And if you're just glancing at this list, you're saying, well, are there any underdogs here? Atlanta, underdog, it favors to win. Colorado, underdog, it favors to win. Um, Montreal, underdog, it favors to win. Slightly New York City under. This isn't really a draw that it's predicting, but it would say New York City barely. Here favored at the Galaxy. Here favored Seattle. Here favored San Jose Earthquakes heavily. That's the biggest one. It thinks will score the most goals is San Jose, and a favored LA Football Club. Now, how did we get here? Because that's what I want to talk about in the rest of this video. If you purchase this algorithm, it's $50 for a 1-day copy. And the 1-day copy you're going to get is going to have all these sheets, everything unlocked, ready to use. How do you update it for the next day? What am I doing to get this thing current every day? And I'll explain to you. First of all, you go to RotoWire and you go to the injury report. So you go into RotoWire here, you go to MLS Soccer Injury Report, you download this injury report that's in here. Okay, that's number one. Next, you go over to the team stats sheet. Team stats go right here, okay? You can go and also download those from RotoWire. MLS team stats right here. There's another one called player stats. You do the player stats one also, and that goes right here, okay? Like all the way down. So those are big three. Now you have a lineups, okay? Now lineups are in the lineup sheet, and this is where things get complicated and where there's some work every day. This is the lineup area, okay? So this area right here in column I. If you go into the lineups, these are the MLS lineups. Control A if you're in Google Chrome. Control C, you just highlight it all and copy. And then you paste right here as match destination formatting. And you have now got the lineups. And then you refresh this pivot table. This pivot table over here in green starts to align all the players' names, okay? All the players' names are going to get streamlined because they give you an abbreviated name. And we have to match up that abbreviated name to their actual name. I wrote a formula to do this. It's here in red, and it will automatically fill in names for you. It has done that in this abbreviated player name column. It has done that for all of these, and it will continue to do it automatically for many of them, but not every one of them. Players with just one name and no first name, last name, just one name, like Ronaldo or whatever it's going to be, they have to be done manually. And then these players have to be done manually, and I'll show you how that's working. So Galvani, for example, or Galvin. If you go to RotoWire and you start typing in Galvin, you'll see that, is there a player named Galvin actually? Is it Gavlin? Let's go back and look. Let's actually grab the name. This is why it's difficult manual. It's Galvan. Okay, Galvan. He looks like he is probably this guy. The Rahayan Alejandro. But we got three names. This is probably his name. You're going to copy that, and you're going to put that right here and right here. And he's on the Rapids, so you put the Rapids abbreviation right there. You have to do that for all these names that you added that fell out of the list. Okay, they fell out of the list and they showed as an error here, and so you grabbed their name and you brought them into the matrix. Once you fill all this in, and you can try to find abbreviated names for these ones that are errors, but it means they just haven't been listed in a lineup yet. But once you go through all this, all you have to do is refresh your sheet here, your results pivot, because your cube essentially is updated if you already brought in your odds each day. And the odds go right here, and all these things are formulas that you just pull down when you have new games. Okay, that's essentially how this works. And you can have a new day's version every day. It only takes about 10 minutes to really update this every day, but you do need to look at all your players and rosters, because this, as the season grows, and you get this thing organized, that's kind of what I'm spending a lot of my time on in all these soccer algorithms right now, is getting every roster in every league straight, because I've been doing this for now 8 soccer leagues over the last couple days, and seeing how it's going. So that's the MLS update. It says if you do one thing today, you take San Jose Earthquakes, supposed to put up 3 goals. But there's some underdogs here that are interesting, like Atlanta, Colorado, and Montreal. All right, so good luck, everybody. If you're interested in purchasing, follow the link in the description, and may all of your picks be winning.